Friends and family gathered tonight at the intersection where a man in Marrero was struck and killed by a three-wheeled motorcycle last week. Tonight, the sky was full of balloons in his honor.
This is about the children. This is about our kids. This isn't about money.
The future of 3 Terrebonne schools is at stake as parents and residents speak out on a vote on whether to close or consolidate.
A chance for a light frost freeze north of the lake on Thursday morning before high temperatures near 80 by Saturday.
A large wildfire filled the air with smoke all day, blocking visibility along the Lafourche Highway. Tonight, the battle to put it out continues. This is WWL Louisiana News at 10.
Michael was one of those rare, kind persons. You know, he will give you the shirt off his back.
Friends and family gathered tonight to remember a man killed last week in a tragic crash. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Devin Bartolotta.
And I'm Charisse Gibson. Michael McMillan was walking along a Marrero road when he was hit by a three-wheeled slingshot motorcycle. That driver is expected to face criminal charges.
But tonight was about McMillan as loved ones held a memorial. Amelia Strahan was there and spoke with his family.
Balloons filled the sky at the intersection of Lapalco and Barataria Tuesday evening as friends and family gathered to honor the life of Michael McMillan.
1, 2, 3, Michael!
The 69-year-old grandfather, military veteran, and avid Saints fan was described as selfless and loved by all.
He was a wonderful man. He was a pleasant man. He was a man that will take his last dollar and give you.
Edward McMillan got a call from his brother just a few weeks ago. A call he says he never got the chance to return.
When I got the news, I was super devastated. All I could do was holler, no, 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 no. You know, it flipped me.
Wednesday, November 29th, started out just like any other day for Michael. He went out for his daily morning walk, but he didn't come home.
He loved to walk. He never owned a car in his life because he never wanted one. You know, 69 years old, he would walk and walk.
As he walked across Lapalco Boulevard, Michael was hit by a three-wheeled slingshot motorcycle, killing him instantly.
Michael didn't deserve it, the way he went home to God.
Now friends and family want the driver of that vehicle to be held responsible.
All I want is justice for my brother. I'm not asking for nothing else. All of us are very, very close family. The McMillans is very close. All I'm asking for is justice.
While the McMillans wait for justice, the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office is waiting on the driver's toxicology results before bringing any charges.
I'm hurting, the wife hurt, we all hurting, and we do want justice.
In Marrero, Amelia Strahan, WWL Louisiana.
Michael's funeral will be held this Saturday at 10 a.m. at Grace and Glory Family Church in New Orleans.
The controversy over grain elevation in St. John Parish has taken a turn. After a heated parish council meeting, the proposed build was part of a WWL Louisiana investigation last year called Grain of Truth. Investigative reporter David Hammer explored how the industrial project had many neighbors worried. It's set to be built on land between a historic black community in Wallace and the Whitney Plantation. Well, Joy Banner is the founder of the Descendants Project.
So I'm a descendant of the enslaved people that were here at this plantation and several others along this river road. It's right next to our homes. It would tower over us and it would block out the morning sun.
In August, the council passed a zoning change. Parish President Jacqueline Hotard signed off on the deal. Banner then filed a complaint with the State Board of Ethics. She says Hotard's mother-in-law owns property that could increase in value with the project, and the president's involvement potentially violates state law. Last week, the council took up a motion to hire an attorney, and when Banner tried to speak out, the parish chairman invoked an old unconstitutional state law, saying she couldn't mention the ethics matter. He eventually called for a recess and cleared the chambers. That ethics hearing has been set for January 4th. Meanwhile, a controversial fertilizer plant planned at Wagaman's Cornerstone Chemical has been put on hold. American Plant Food, the company behind the multi-million-dollar facility, is citing global unrest and inflation for the change. The COO told our partners at NOLA.com that if economic conditions improve, the project could restart. Tomorrow, the parish council and school board were scheduled to decide whether to grant a massive tax break for the build.
Tomorrow, the City Council will hear from the Sewerage and Water Board about Saturday's street flooding. 2 turbines were down, which prevented some pumps from working properly. A new energy substation should solve that problem, but it won't be ready till 2025. At tomorrow's meeting, the Water Board is expected to provide answers on possible short-term solutions. A wildfire continues to burn tonight in Lafourche Parish. Smoke was so heavy this morning that a portion of Highway 90 was shut down for a time. Fire crews say the fire is largely burning on inaccessible marshland and started yesterday afternoon. Crews monitored it through the night, but the smoke got so dense it blocked visibility. Lafourche firefighters did some controlled burns along the highway to try to stop the flames from spreading. Thankfully, there's no threat to any homes or personal property, and it is now considered under control. The Department of Agriculture and Forestry says this has been one of the driest years in our lifetime, setting the stage for a record number of wildfires.
Less than an hour ago, after a long and packed school board meeting, the decision to close 3 Terrebonne Parish schools was finalized.
Yeah, we've been following this story closely as parents spoke out about the change. And tonight, Lily Cummings was there as the board voted to shut down Honduras, Bayou Black, and Gibson Elementary.
A lot of passion Tuesday night at the Terrebonne Parish School Board. The final decision, 3 schools will consolidate. Honduras, Bayou Black, and Gibson will close at the end of the school year, and students, teachers, and staff will move to other schools. The superintendent, Bubba Ogeron, says it's a plan they've looked at for a while now due to declining enrollment and a shortage of certified teachers. In the last 5 years, enrollment has dropped by about 12%. And right now, the district is about 84% certified. Ogeron says the plan would save the district up to $10 million a year, but he said some uncertified staff may lose their jobs. Dozens of Terrebonne families spoke against the plan, including one teacher at one of the affected schools.
I don't want my school to close. We are a community. We support each other. We have so many students that we build relationships with, and we don't want our school to close. We had improved. 2 years of growth. We went from a D school to a B school in 2 years. It is a business, and I understand that. So as a union member, I also want to fight for my teachers. Our teachers want raises too, and I understand that there are some things that need to be worked out. But overall, I would prefer to have my school than have a raise.
There were some teachers who spoke out in favor of the plan. The superintendent has said if the schools closed, it would allow for a 10% raise. But to be clear, that was not what was voted on tonight. That would take another vote of the school board. Tonight was solely about whether or not to consolidate these 3 schools. In Terrebonne Parish, Lily Cummings, WWL Louisiana.
Gibson will merge with Schriever Elementary and Caldwell Middle School. Bayou Black will merge with Schriever, Caldwell, and Mulberry. And Honduras will merge with Village East and Acadian Elementary. It will depend on where you live. There are also school closures happening in Orleans Parish. Last night, the school board announced the Living School will shut its doors at the end of the academic year. 2/3 of the students are either special learners or English learners, but the board says they did not have the scores required to stay open. The school's founder and CEO says this is not the end.
A lot of folks are approaching us with different ideas and opportunities right now. We'll be having some community meetings next week about what we want to do next, but certainly this isn't the end of Living School.
Our schools were unpleasant, but this school, however, changed me, and I feel more safe and more enjoyable.
At this school, it improved me, and I'm able to do more than I was doing at my old school. Like, I didn't know how to read when I first came here.
Students will be given the opportunity to apply to any school within New Orleans Public Schools through mid-January.
Today, 3 people arrested in the carjacking of Orleans District Attorney Jason Williams and his mother pleaded not guilty. The incident was caught on security video in October. Williams has since recused himself from this case and handed prosecution over to the Louisiana Attorney General. 16-year-olds Dejon Curtis and Amaja Curtis and 18-year-old Ahmad Seals all face armed robbery charges. They could be sentenced to 99 years in prison if convicted. A 4th suspect, 18-year-old Raymond Roshan, pleaded not guilty yesterday. He faces multiple charges separate from the others. An update to a story we brought you Friday. A woman accused of stealing a truck from the Louisiana SPCA has been arrested. The St. John Parish Sheriff's Office says Cara Fail was caught driving a different stolen vehicle. And during that arrest, they learned she was also wanted for taking the SPCA's truck. She was booked on theft and drug charges. It's just over a month until the start of Carnival, and one crew is already planning to parade bigger and better than ever.
He was walking past, he saw a package, and he came back and took it.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and porch pirates agree how to take extra steps to protect packages left outside your door this holiday season.
Our roller coaster ride of temperatures will continue into the weekend with a chance for some showers and storms late Saturday.
The river parishes will be well represented in the dome this week.
As more packages get delivered during the holiday, New Orleans police are warning residents to watch out for porch pirates.
Happens every year. This week, they shared video of 2 recent package thefts in Gentilly, showing someone snatching packages as soon as they were delivered.
Fortunately for us, it wasn't something of too much significance, but it just gives you a reminder to keep your eyes open.
It's important for us to stay vigilant and to look out for each other.
If you're expecting a package, make sure to track it and have someone home to receive it if possible, or have it delivered to a safe place like your office or an Amazon Dropbox. You can also ask for packages to be left behind a gate or a bush, or have items shipped to the store for pickup. And if you notice one of your neighbors has a package, give them a call and let them know.
Meanwhile, a tasty holiday tradition is underway across New Orleans. Réveillon. The festive dinners date back to the 1800s when some would celebrate the start of Christmas with a very big meal after midnight mass. This year, over 50 local restaurants have a special menu. And on WWL Louisiana Morning Show, Chef Kev will highlight a different menu every day. You can head to our website to see a full list of participating restaurants.
3, 2, 1.
Check this out. The halls were decked tonight in Jefferson Parish with the lighting of the oaks. 13 live oak trees on the Hope Haven walking track were lit up for the holidays. The ribbon was cut on the redevelopment of the trail about a year ago, so this is the first time the area has been twinkling for the season. Look how beautiful it is. Parish officials hope to make it a yearly tradition.
With the focus on the upcoming holidays, it is hard to believe Mardi Gras Day is just 70 days away.
Oh my gosh, but as we all know, the festivities begin way before that. Today we learned that one of the biggest parades will be even bigger. Endymion is changing its route so that it passes by Gallier Hall. They're still starting on Orleans in Mid-City, but it will veer from Canal Street to go past Harmony Circle and down St. Charles Avenue. The end of the parade was already set for near the convention center due to the renovations at the Superdome, where the crew usually holds their ball.
And announcements about themes and kings often come after the new year, but here's some of what we know so far. The 2024 Crew de Vue is restaurateur Isaac Toups. The crew of Orpheus will have 2 celebrity monarchs this year, Neil Patrick Harris and his husband David Burtka. Their theme will be a music of the Spears. We'll keep you up to date on any other carnival news as it is announced. Of course, we know more and more comes out throughout the year.
All right, can we just slow down, please? I have yet to buy a Christmas gift. We need to backpedal a little bit if we're already talking.
Early Mardi
Although
Gras,
it is a very early Mardi Gras, so we might have to start thinking about our costume.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And we'll probably have to get on that before Christmas.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
We're going right into it. Christmas, New Year's, Mardi Gras.
It is. It's like one of the earliest it could be this year.
Yes.
It's coming up quick.
I mean, it's probably going to be cold.
Who knows? It literally could be a million things. It could be freaking. It could be 80 degrees. Who knows? Let's just take it a day at a time. And it will be chilly over the next couple of days. No freezing temperatures expected tomorrow morning, overnight tonight, tomorrow morning. But different story Wednesday heading into Thursday. We still have that high, thin cloudiness around us at the moment. 53 degrees, our current reading. Dew point is at 74. Dew points are low at 45, but with a humidity value of 74, it feels a little bit more damp. And that's typical of our chilly weather. It is more of a cold chill or a wet chill than anything. We got that cloud cover that is still with us, and that will stay with us overnight tonight. But it does look like by mid-morning tomorrow, we should start to see those temperatures, or excuse me, the cloud cover decreasing as we'll see a weak front moving on through. Not sure why my temperatures aren't populating here, but we're already in the 40s and 50s with dew points in the 40s, and those will continue to drop as our drier and cooler airs kind of reinforce early tomorrow morning. Winds light, but we will start to see those winds picking up, and a small craft advisory will be in effect for the offshore and lake waters going into tomorrow. A light freeze, frost is possible on the North Shore and Mississippi come Thursday morning. We will briefly warm back into the 70s to near 80 degrees Friday and then Saturday, and with a front on the way for late Saturday night, a chance for some showers and storms and a big drop in temperature by Sunday and into next week. So first we have to get rid of this cloud cover. That'll come in the form of an upper trough and a weak front pushing on through. That'll help to reinforce our colder air, keep temperatures, we were only in the low 60s today, upper 50s during the afternoon tomorrow, and that light freeze frost on the North Shore of Mississippi come Thursday morning. That'll also help to bring in mostly sunny skies during the day, so a prettier day, just a little chillier. If you don't like the chill, at least it'll be under sunny skies. And then cloud cover starts working in throughout the day on Thursday, so our sunshine kind of short-lived. And also as we head later Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, notice Friday, what are our surface winds doing? Coming off of the Gulf waters, and that will allow for a warming trend and starting to turn more humid. And that will be the fuel for our showers and storms in advance of our cold front. With the front out ahead of it, maybe a few stray showers. Timing looks to be more late in the evening and night. So most of the day Saturday is relatively dry. By the later evening hours is when the front starts to move on through. Now, this is not a perfect forecast. This is not our high resolution model. That comes into play more by tomorrow and certainly into Thursday. As we get closer to this weekend, we'll have a better idea of the timing and also the structure of this line of storms. It's very possible it could really start falling apart before reaching our region, and then we don't get much rainfall at all, and wasn't really a big deal for our rain chances because we don't want it to ruin any plans on Saturday night. And as far as severe weather goes, as that system starts to take shape, there's going to be a slightly better chance for some severe weather just off to our west. Not to say we won't see anything here. It's highly likely that we'll see a level 1 threat for severe weather Saturday into early Sunday. But as of right now, it looks like the severe threat is very, very limited. We're also going to be watching a big cool down behind the second front, not the one that's on the way for tomorrow. So I like to kind of track where the Arctic air is going. That's when you know the air mass is particularly cold. Right now, that Arctic air is centered over Hudson's Bay and parts of the Northeast. We're going to be watching this surge of colder air that starts moving south. Now, we are not getting into the Arctic air, but it is going to be moving into the northern tier states. So the front that moves through come Saturday night, Sunday, will have a little bit more of a kick to it. And so temperatures are going to be coming way down by Sunday. Near 80 degrees Saturday, the chance of rain later in the evening and night, and the timing is still in question as that system is not even developed yet, which makes it difficult to figure out a timeline for when that rain moves on through. And then as we head into Sunday, high temperatures staying in the 50s and could be more lower 50s at that. We will stay on the chilly side into early next week. We'll start off with more sunshine, but as you saw on Tuesday, cloud cover starts to work back in. Well, you were going to let me finish talking about the weather, and then maybe we'll chat about sports, and then Seth will take it from there.
That sounds like a good plan.
Where are we? Who are you doing?
I thought I'd just field produce for our producer.
Seth, save me.
Oh, I mean, look, I thought we were supposed to chat for a little bit, but
it's too late.
That's too late. Okay, so we're
Sorry.
talking Pelicans, we're talking high school football, as the River Parishes will be well represented in the high school football state championships this week. A preview coming up next in sports. River Parish football comes with a lot of tradition and pride. Last season, St. Charles Catholic, Destrehan, and Letcher represented the three parishes in the Superdome, and it must be something about trios near the river, as three teams again will represent the parishes this week. Let's start with St. Charles Catholic, who is looking for a three-peat in Division III Select as they take on Calvary Baptist. Riverside in Division IV Select is aiming for their first state title since 2019 against Southern Lab. Meanwhile, St. James will face Union Parish in Division III Non-Select as the Wildcats chase their first trophy since 2016. As a group, it's an honor to put on for the area.
You know, I'm a very, very proud River Parish guy, you know, born and raised in Garrettville, Louisiana, actually closer to Riverside than St. Charles Catholic. And just, you know, last year 3 River Parish schools and this year to have 3 again. I just think it talks about our community. It talks about not just the coaches and the schools that support it, but I think it talks about the parents and the kids and how tough they are and resilient they are.
It shows a lot of pride and quality because it shows that we're here. A lot of talent down here.
River Parish is a small area that's very often overlooked, and I'm a big role model of it, a big part of it, just like the other teams that's here. So I feel like we're making a point of that area, of this small area, and we're all representing well.
All 3 local teams will ironically play at 3:30 p.m. in the Caesar Superdome this week, starting with Riverside and Southern Lab on Thursday. Then Friday, St. James takes on Union Parish, and Saturday, St. Charles Catholic goes for the three-peat against Calvary Baptist. Pelicans head coach Willie Green said beating the Kings Monday in the in-season tournament quarterfinals was a good growth moment. Zion Williamson said he lives for moments like this. And Brandon Ingram, well, he let his play do the talking last night. Ingram leading the Pelicans with 30 points to go with 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 triples. B.I. was especially clutch in the second half, as anytime Sacramento tried to climb back in it, he had an answer. It was a good showcase of how he's able to rise to the occasion in pressure situations.
B.I. was incredible. He put us on his shoulders and he carried us. He hit big shot after big shot. Whenever we needed a big bucket, we put it in his hands, and you know, he's a big-time player.
The whistle wasn't blowing tonight, so I had to take control of it and try to get the best shot on the floor, get to the basket, get to my spots. My 3-ball was falling tonight.
Long story short, that's talent. Like, that's talent mixed with skill. Some of the shots he hit, those were tough shots, and some of them were like physical baskets as well, but you know, he was able to get to his spots and he was knocking the shots down.
The Pelicans will face either the Suns or Lakers on Thursday. Let's look at sports. We'll be right back.
So last night we welcomed Devin back to the news at 10, and we have certainly missed her. But tonight we wanted to hear more of what she has been up to while she has been gone and how my Flo is doing.
She's so good. Hopefully she's sleeping right now.
Maybe. You'll see.
We took her to her first Tulane game.
Oh.
This is her. She's really into Christmas trees right now, so we've been staring at them quite a lot. Whenever she's fussy, I just put her under the tree and let her look at the lights for a little bit.
Oh, gosh.
We're working on our reading
Baby
skills,
shark?
our rolling.
Yes.
Charisse came.
I feel like the whole crew, we all were over there at one point.
Yes. I know, this looks like it was all in one day, but the house has just been.
No, I don't think we didn't want to bombard you.
Oh, and she was a flower girl at my brother's wedding, which meant I was a flower girl at my brother's wedding.
Unless you were strolling her up.
Yeah, I
useless as a flower girl.
Carried her down the aisle.
Yeah, Flo is so
It was
sweet.
fun.
She's so sweet, and she's the cutest baby. And I feel like she knows me because she's heard all of our voices.
It was weird.
Yes.
She was just staring at Awe and Charisse, and I was like, you definitely recognize
I was like, yeah,
her
you
voice,
remember
right?
my voice, don't you?
Yes, for
so
9
Flo
months.
knows her on
9 months, you
Charisse.
heard us.
I'm just surprised she
In the
recognizes
womb.
anything except my news voice.
But she's so pretty. Is she sleeping?
Yeah, we hope you'll find out when you get home.
Right now, maybe. Regularly.
No,
right?
It is going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
But we love her. We're going to make sure we support you. We're going to support your mom, too. Thank you. Love you, Flo.
All right, that's all the news for now. Thank you for watching.
Have a great night. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.